Let's try this again, man. Put a man on the moon, but you can't get this technology thing going, man. Shit is crazy. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in, y'all. Let me know. Make sure that the sound is good. I got somebody checking now, too. How about now? Y'all hear me now? Let me know if y'all hear me in the chat, man. Drop something in the chat. All right. All right, we got the green light, man. Damn, this technology thing is crazy, man. Could put a man on the moon, but sometimes technology gets all fucked up, man. Man, welcome to Fridays for Closes, y'all. Man, I'm grateful that y'all are here, man. Everybody drop in the chat where you from, where you tuning in from, how your week is going. Drop your name in there. And let me know whether you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. I know Instagram's acting up with my live right now, so we ain't there. But Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what city you repping, whether you're in your basement, your crib, your apartment. I mean, whatever it is, your car, wherever you're tuning in from, man, drop it in there, y'all. I want to know where y'all are tuning in. And we're about to get it popping. And give me about 30 seconds. I want to give some people some time to jump in, man. Drop where you tuning in from in the chat, though, man. I know we had some weirdos on the last one, man, dropping some crazy shit. But, hey, listen, man, the haters fuel the success. I love it, man. Love it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. So, I believe every man reaches a point where that mask starts to crack, where the pressure we carry becomes louder than the voice that we silence, where we either break down or break through. Yo, fellas, we need to talk on some real shit, man. Not about sports, not about money, not about status. We need to talk about the war that's going on inside. Because I've been there. And if you're anything like I was, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You ever look at the man on the outside, but you feel hollow as hell on the inside? You ever been praised for how strong you are while silently wondering how much longer you could keep it together? Hold on, let me just grab my charger, yo. You know, this live right here, it ain't for the claps. It ain't for the clicks. It's for the men who are silently collapsing on the inside. Yeah, I know what you're talking about out there. You know exactly what I'm saying. Let me be real. Straight out the gate. Most men, nah, you ain't lazy. You're not lost. You're not weak. You're wounded. Not broken, but buried under the pressure that we never had the tools to process. See, men are taught to solve problems, but never taught how to process pain. We're taught to lead, but not how to lean in on anyone. Yeah, we're taught to protect everyone else, but not how to protect your mind. So what do? As men, we suppress, we hide, we numb shit. And we get real good at playing roles like husband, father, provider, producer. But inside you're screaming. You're anxious. You're ashamed. And the worst part, you keep that battle quiet because you don't want to look weak. Living a lie, wearing a mask. And I wore that mask for years until it almost killed me. And here's the real shit. The world doesn't reward your healing. It rewards your performance. That's why so many men out there are overperforming, but underliving. Yeah, we hit those deadlines, hit those targets, hitting the reps at the gym. But inside you're missing yourself. Yeah, you say I'm fine. When what you really mean is, I'm afraid. Afraid to be seen. Afraid to be judged. Afraid to be real. But you know what's stronger than pretending that you're good? Admitting that you're not and doing something about it. I know, because I went from Park Avenue to Park Bench. I lost everything. I even almost lost my life. I was emotionally, financially, and spiritually bankrupt. I had my dream job in the financial industry as a stockbroker. In the early 2000s, I'm 25 years old, making 7 figures a year. I should feel like I'm on top of the world at this point. But 7 figures a year? Nah, that ain't good enough. Because I live in a world with a belief system of never enough. I wanted more. I wanted 8 figures or 9 figures. And at this point in my life, being spiritually bankrupt, money's the only higher power that I know. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make more money. I'm putting in late nights at the office one evening, and this dude, we call him Johnny Connect. We call him that because he had the connections to get his hands on anything you could imagine. And keep in mind, we're in New York. So this dude swears that he's part of the mafia. He sits down at my desk and he says to me, "Hey, Joe, you think you're a top producer now? Take this little round pill and forget about it. You're going to produce even more." Wall Street is also known as Drug Street. And everyone's doing some kind of drug. I'm already smoking weed, drinking, or having some kind of mind-altering substance in my body every single day for the past 10 to 15 years at this point. So I said, fuck it, why not? And that's when I got introduced to opiates. And that's when my battle with substance abuse took off to the next level. My life goes dark and becomes completely unmanageable. I'm risking my life every single day. I overdosed twice. The last time, it took 6 cans of Narcan to bring me back to life. 6 fucking cans of Narcan. That same night, I'm laying in the hospital bed. I wake up. I pull the EKG electrodes off my body. Leave the hospital against medical advice. And then when I get outside, it's the middle of winter. I'm in a hospital gown. And I'm shivering, looking like a crackhead like Pookie from New Jack City because of all the opiates that were being taken out of my system. And the first thing that I do, I go call the dealer again to go get high. Yeah, that's what powerless looks like. That wasn't even the scariest part. Let me tell you what fear really looked like for me. Right before I went to rehab, my sister was driving me on the way, and we passed a Starbucks. So I tell my sister, sis, I got to use the bathroom. But when I got into that bathroom, yeah, I had no intention of doing a number one or a number two. I went into that store, I pulled the needle out, and I got ready to shoot cocaine and heroin into my arm. Why? Because I was scared shitless. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I could overdose again, that my sister might be waiting outside because I'm dead in the bathroom. I'm not thinking about the fact that my kids might never see their father again. All I'm thinking about was numbing my fear. How fucking selfish, just thinking of myself. I had all these fears racing around inside my head. I had a fear of the withdrawals I would go through because I had no more opiates in my system. I had a fear of going to rehab for the first time. I had a fear of what life would be like without drugs because I didn't know what a sober life even looked like anymore. 15 years of using, 15 years of avoiding, 15 years of self-destruction, 15 years of imposter syndrome, 15 years of self-sabotage. And it all came to a head in that bathroom stall. But let me tell you something. Something I learned through this journey of sobriety and personal development. I learned that putting the drugs down, that was the easy part. The real work started when I had to peel back the onion and take stock of who I was. When I had to look into the mirror and apologize to myself for all the damage that I caused to my family or the damage that I caused to myself. When I had to do that moral inventory, when I had to really forgive myself, when I had to stop blaming the world and start owning my comeback. I learned something else really powerful through this journey. I mean, I learned a lot, but something else I really learned that's powerful was I'm not a victim of my circumstances and conditions. They don't control my destiny. I control my destiny. I'm a spiritual being living a human experience. And I could do anything I put my mind to. And from that day forward, I started fighting a new battle. Not to survive, but to lead myself. Not to escape, but to heal. And I'll tell you one more thing about fear. It'll always try to define your future unless you redefine what it means. For me, fear stands for two things. It's fuck everything and run, or face everything and reforge. Which one are you going to choose? Because you see, fear could be looked at as the same thing as faith. Either it's believing something that's there that you can't touch, you can't feel, but you know it exists. Man, why not lean into your faith rather than your fear? And let me tell you, that moment in Starbucks, in that bathroom, that was the moment I stopped running. You see, the game changed when I did something I swore I'd never do. And it could change for all you men out there, all you women out there who are struggling. But you're afraid to do one thing. You're afraid to ask for help. And I asked for help not because I was weak, because I finally was ready to be strong in the right decision. And if you're a man hearing this right now, we're celebrating Men's Health Month, mental health. This is real. I need you to understand. Your ego could be the wall that keeps you from healing. Your pride could be the thing that keeps you in pain. We're taught to figure it out on our own. But let me tell y'all something, man. Kings and queens don't rebuild kingdoms solo. They got councils. They have warriors. They have guidance. And that's what I had to learn. I had to learn that asking for help, it ain't weakness. Asking for help is wisdom. Asking for help is strength. I had to drop that ego, the one that said, I got this shit. And I had to replace that ego with humility that said, I want support. I want support because I tried to do it so many years on my own. I tried to take on all the burden and try to quit getting high so many times. Not only did I have my creator that I built a relationship with today God's my father, my mother, my uncle, my best friend, my everything. And not only was I able to lean in to that relationship and learn the difference between religion and spirituality, but I also was able to lean into support of my family, support network that I was able to build, of other people around me who were sober. Because if it wasn't for that support, I'd still be out there chasing that ghost, chasing that high. Or chasing that the money being my higher source. And that was never going to fill the hole in my chest. And I'm going to say this too. This is really important. Your network is your net worth. Not just financially, not just emotionally, but all together. Financially, emotionally, and spiritually. You know, growing up, my family had a saying, which was, dime con quién te andas y te digo quién eres. Never really paid attention to what that meant till later on in life. It means, tell me who you walk with, and I'm going to tell you who you are. You want to be around people who will inspire you and challenge you to go out of your comfort zone. If you surround yourself with people who inspire you, guess what? You're always going to be inspired to do more with your life. Remember, the people that you surround yourself with can either reinforce your excuses or they can ignite your evolution. So take a look around. Who's on your team? Who challenges you? Who uplifts you? Who holds you accountable to your greatness, not just your goals? Man, if you're feeling me on what I'm saying right now, man, drop a fire symbol in the chat or drop the word fire. Let me know that you're feeling this, man, because this is real shit. Today I don't chase a high, man. Thank God I don't gotta go after waking up in the morning looking for that next fix. Nah, today I get my power from prayer and meditation every single day. Today I get my power from being able to share my strength and hope, for being able to give it back to you. Because let me tell you, man, for years I kept asking God, man, how do I give this back to you? I can't give it back to you in a physical form. You don't exist physically. There's not enough thank yous around the world to express how much gratitude I have for you saving my life. Not just the 2 times that I overdosed, but what about all those times that I drove home and don't remember how I got home. Those aren't coincidences. Those are God incidences. And through this journey, I've learned to build a relationship with God, but I've learned to really be able to sit with myself and be able to listen when that soft voice speaks, when God connects with me through different avenues of life. And God kept telling me, you know that story that you got inside? I didn't save your life for you to keep that story inside. I gave it to you so you could go out there and create impact with it. And let me tell you something, man. That's where I get my strength from. That's where I get my power from being able to give this back, from being able to go out there and empower somebody to transform their life. There's no drug, no alcohol will ever give me that euphoric feeling. That's the high I was chasing all those times, all those years, chasing around like a dog chasing his tail. When you know what? My higher source had that power, had that energy for me the whole time, had that high that's beyond any type of euphoric feeling you could get. Today, man, I don't live in chaos. I live with clarity. I know who the fuck I am. I know where I'm going. I start what I finish today, and I dominate what I commit to. Because I built a reliable, repeatable, and transformational system on how I live my life emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Now listen, man, if you're watching right now, this message, it found you for a reason. Because you're in a battle. You're in a battle with life somewhere along the line. Maybe it's not drugs for you. Maybe it's gambling. Maybe it's porn. Maybe it's rage, people pleasing, food, workaholism, overachievement, validation seeking. Whatever it is, that shit is killing you inside. And you know it. So let me holler at you for a minute. Let me speak to your soul for a second. You're not defined by fear. You're not defined by the fall. You're defined by how you fight. But you got to face the fear before you can fight through it. You can't heal what you won't face. You can't grow if you're still pretending you're okay out there. You can't reclaim your crown if you're still hiding behind the masks. This is why I created my 7-day challenge coming up next week on Monday. It's going to start at 11:45 every day for 7 days. It's called the Comeback Code. And it's 7 days to rewire, reclaim, and rise. Every day, next week, 11:45, starting on Monday. Don't miss it. We're going to get into real shit. How to rewire your mindset, how to reclaim your identity, how to rise from whatever battle that you're in right now. This ain't no motivational fluff, no cliches. We're going deep. We're doing the work from the inside out. And you're going to walk out different. So if this live hit you, if you saw yourself in parts of my story, if you got a battle that you haven't told anybody about, then don't miss out next week on Monday at 11:45. We start the comeback. It ain't about hype. It's about healing. It's about being that spiritual being, living the human experience that your creator created you to live. It's about co-creating your life with your creator that you were meant to create. Don't miss out, y'all. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay productive, stay purposeful, and stay blessed, y'all.